morning all. Welcome to Light Therapy Live. What we're going to talk about today is the fact that the gyms are opening in a week or two now, and what people are going to do is they're going to go in and they're going to start training as if they haven't left the gym, instead of bringing it all down and saying, right, okay, let's start slow and build our way up. No, people will go in and they will smash themselves, and then they'll be very sore, and then there'll be complaints about soreness, increased injury rates, etc. For 1 day after, 2 days after, 3 days after, a week after, and they're still complaining that they're sore. So I wanted to highlight certain things about photobiomodulation, about red light therapy, and its ability to A, increase performance in the session, B, if you do it beforehand, you can increase performance, and you can reduce the recovery time needed after the exercise. If we use it afterwards, we can reduce the recovery time. Yeah, I said that right. So whether we're talking about the studies that have shown increase in time to exhaustion with cardiovascular work, so cardio basically, whether you want to improve your cardio and get back to where you were, you can use red light and it will help you go for a little bit longer. It will help you push it a little bit further, but because you're using it, it will also help with your recovery. Whether we're talking about time to exhaustion with resistance training, so isometrics and stuff like that, it's been shown to increase time to exhaustion with resistance training. It's also been shown to increase muscle mass and muscle thickness. So if you've lost a lot of muscle mass and you want it back in the quickest time possible, studies have shown that if you use red light beforehand, then you can increase muscle thickness over a control group. Whether we're talking about wanting to get more reps out because you've lost your endurance, to get more reps out, there are studies that show using red light before can increase the amount of reps available by up to 5 reps. You can get 5 extra reps out, because then that would increase microtrauma, would increase stress in the muscle and cause a bigger adaptation response. But again, because we're using the red light, we speed up the recovery process afterwards as well. So it's a win-win. You get all the benefits of the performance during, plus you also get the benefits of the increased speed in recovery afterwards, even by using it beforehand. Now, if you use it afterwards, we increase the speed of recovery and we increase mitochondrial efficiency anyway. We increase a whole host of other genetic signaling pathways and inflammatory pathways, and we change those. And so the benefits of photobiomodulation now, as we go back into the gym, are amazing. And the great thing is they carry on giving. So if you are looking for something to help you get back to where you were, then I highly recommend photobiomodulation, red light therapy, in order to help you get back to where you were, and possibly even further than where you were. And the other thing is, of course, as we're coming into summer, some of the new studies coming out are starting to suggest actually perhaps the reason we burn so much, if we take out skin colour and other stuff like that. So there's obviously a multifactorial reasons as to why we burn. Diet is definitely one of them. Skin colour is definitely one of them. But exposure to light is also another one. And it's definitely part of a lack of exposure to UV light generally, i.e. we just don't get out in the sun and then we go and binge in the sun. But the other part of that is that we have a distinct lack of red and infrared light, or specifically infrared wavelength light as well, which actually helps precondition the skin for sun exposure. It actually helps precondition the sun and has a kind of almost a protective effect. Now, I am not saying that it is a protective effect so you don't ever have to use sunscreen. Absolutely not. Because it's always going to be about sensible sun exposure. But what I am suggesting is, I've just told you about all the benefits of photobiomodulation, red light therapy, with regards to getting healthier, getting fitter, getting stronger in the gym. But part of getting healthier, getting fitter and getting stronger is getting sunlight, getting daylight as well. And so getting healthier by getting exposure to sunlight, not, and I'm saying getting exposure to sunlight and daylight, but it's your sensible exposure. Okay, so now my skin is darker, so I can go out for long, so I'll be, my body will take longer to synthesize vitamin D. Synthesize the same amount of vitamin D, my body will take longer to do that now than, say, in January time when I was whiter. And it's the same, if you are very pale skinned, if you've got very fair hair, your body will synthesize vitamin D like that. And that's the reason we want to get out into the sun. That's the reason we want to get out into the sun and we want to synthesize vitamin D, because remember, synthesizing vitamin D is absolutely crucial to health. But we can help our body's ability to stay healthy and our body's ability to have healthy skin by using red light photobiomodulation, because it preconditions the skin to accepting UVB or UVA radiation. It also has all those other benefits that I've said many times before. And now I've just given you extra benefits in terms of getting you back healthier, stronger in the gym. And that's why I truly believe that everybody would benefit from having a photobiomodulation device in their house. Because there isn't a downside to it. There are only positives, and the positives just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And the more we look at that in terms of neurological disease, the more we look at photobiomodulation in terms of neurological disease, the more powerful it gets. And it's leading to scientists thinking that actually is some of the reason that we are suffering such huge increases in disease. Can we hypothesize that? It's because we're inside and our diet is getting worse, but we're also getting less and less and less red and infrared, and they're protective and regenerative and preservative mechanisms in the body that rely on the infrared and are supercharged by the infrared and the red light, and we are not getting any of it, or we're not getting enough of it. And therefore, whether you're at 0 and you want to get to 100, whether you were at 100 and now you've come down to 50, you want to get back up to 100, then infrared light and red light will have a part to play in that. Outside sunlight, UVB will have, and vitamin D will have a part to play in that. And so I say again, if you are someone that is serious about your health and your well-being, then you have to seriously consider photobiomodulation. You have to seriously consider vitamin D or vitamin D synthesis and sunlight. But those things, we've got to understand that light is crucial to our health, absolutely crucial to our health. And if we understand that, and we understand that light can make a big difference, because let's face it, when we're in the sun and it's summertime, everybody feels better. You've got more energy, you feel better, your aches and pains go away. And I'm not saying that is all down to the infrared and the red light, but there'll be part of it, a large part of it. And I'll post a paper in the next couple of days about that look directly at, is it the UVB or is it the infrared that is causing all the benefits in the summertime? And so I truly believe that everybody should have a photobiomodulation device in their home, because everybody can benefit from it. Have a great day, stay healthy. The weather's crap outside, but it's still lighter outside than it is inside, so still get outside, get some